This is Woodstock Academy Live. Today's game is brought to you by Postgame Appliances in Danielson and Willimantic, The O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, Girardi Insurance Services, and Oconchabar Productions, LLC.
Snap is low, he picks it up, goes back to throw, in trouble to the left, looks to the right, looks to throw it downfield, and does! It's complete to Brandon Nagel at the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown, Woodstock Academy! Sent in by Wilcox, kicked away by Valley Regional, picked back up by Tracy, sent back in, knocked in, a goal for Woodstock Academy is the answer.
Now, for all the play-by-play action, here's Woodstock Academy Sports Information Director Mark Allard and color commentator extraordinaire Craig Smith.
And a good evening and welcome to Woodstock Academy, the Alumni Fieldhouse, as today we start the girls basketball season with a home opener, the Woodstock Academy Centaurs taking on the Tolland Eagles.
That's what it was before.
Just overcoming some technical difficulties. We'll be right back as soon as possible. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. check 1, 2. Okay, we think we've solved a little audio difficulty that we were going to have. Sometimes you just got to work your way through it.
But we're inside and it's warm.
Which is nice. And
yes,
as we said to start this whole show, guess what? We've got the Woodstock Academy girls basketball team taking on the Tolland Eagles. First game of the season here for girls. First game home opener for the girls anyway. They did play at Coventry on Monday. They lost to the Patriots, who were, by the way, the runners-up in Class S a year ago, 49-32. We had planned to get to a Will Fleeton interview, obviously with a little technical difficulty.
Maybe at halftime.
Maybe at halftime. We can kind of play that one for you a little bit because of the fact we did plan to do that, but you only can do what you can do, as the saying goes. So, Greg, how excited are you? You're back here for basketball.
This is, I've said this many times. This is like Christmas morning for Will Fleeton and the coaching staff here at Woodstock, and even for the Tolland Eagles. You don't know what you have. You don't know what you have until the lights come on at home. I know they lost a close one to Coventry. Coventry's a very good program. Will Fleeton got some answers with that. But now, what are they going to be able to do now they're at home? Are they going to be able to defend their home floor?
Big question. The Centaurs 0-1. Remember, they had a few wins last year. There's no question about that. Layla McKinnon had a really good analogy, I think, for us, and that was, she said, if you remember volleyball the past couple of years, we were rebuilding. And then, of course, we come into this season and we make the state semifinals.
Right.
Maybe
that
the
no
same
one
thing,
expected.
Right. So maybe does the same thing happen here with the basketball season? One can only hope.
What you saw last year from Will Fleeton's squad was a bunch of young freshmen that were good, had talent, but didn't have the experience. Well, now they have the experience, and there's more freshmen. You're going to see an awful lot of ninth graders contributing here for Coach Fleeton's squad.
No question about that. When you say freshman, well, Isabella DeLeva-Beauchesne actually led this team in scoring in the opening game with 13 points. Kaylee Saucier had 5. So there's 2 freshmen right there scoring 18 of your 32 points.
And you've got Bebo's injured.
Yes.
So she's out to start this, but she'll be a regular contributor as well. So this team, their youth is part of their strength and their depth.
So there you have it. We have the opening lineups coming up with Woodstock Academy Athletic Director Sean Saucier. We're getting ready to go. Home opener basketball for you. Woodstock Academy Centaurs taking on the Eagles from Tolland. We'll be back with more
here's
in
the good
just a moment.
friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
we're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
And welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse as we get ready for some high school hoops. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs coming out in their white uniforms with the gold and navy blue trim.
Great color combination.
And the Tolland Eagles coming out in their blue unis with the red and white trim.
Yeah, that's Putnam. That's not good. That's medium blue. That's not good.
Medium blue, but there is red involved, so it's not quite Putnam anyway. But Tolland Tolland used to be a member of the North Central Connecticut Conference, now a member of the Central Connecticut Conference, which I think 3/4 of the state somehow is a member of that. Let's put it that way. A member of the CCC. Of course, Woodstock Academy in the Eastern Connecticut Conference, playing in Division I in the Eastern Connecticut Conference, but that may actually not be a bad thing.
Absolutely. I mean, you're getting away from Bacon, you're getting away from New London, and any time that you can get away from those two schools, that's a good thing.
Not counting Waterford in there as well.
Oh, yes.
And Ledyard is in there as well. So that's a tough division, too.
Right. I mean, East Lyme is no joke. NFA is always NFA, although they were down last year, but they're NFA. So Division I is certainly not as intimidating as Division II.
No question about that. We're going to let Greg Smith change his headset up with Athletic Director Sean Saucier, as we are just about set here for the opening lineups here at Woodstock Academy. The Alumni Fieldhouse getting ready for some hoops. This is fun. This is always fun, the first game of the season for the broadcast. Turning it over to Woodstock Academy Athletic Director, Mr. Sean Saucier.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Alumni Fieldhouse on the campus of the Woodstock Academy for tonight's game featuring the Eagles from Tolland High School and your hometown Woodstock Academy Centaurs. Before we introduce the starting lineups this evening, I'd like to make a special announcement. On November 21st, the International Association of Approved Basketball Officials, Board 35, lost one of its members when Tom Hayden passed away unexpectedly. Tom was a longtime board member, past president, state tournament official, enormous community and Woodstock Academy supporter, and most importantly, a father, grandfather, husband, and friend. Please join us in a moment of silence in remembrance of Tom. Thank you. And now, let's meet the starting lineups for this evening's game. First, the visitors, the Eagles from Tolland High School. A junior forward, number 20, Kira Hill. A sophomore guard, number 22, Madison Dombeck. A junior forward, number 23, Mackenzie Wood. A sophomore guard, number 24, Evelyn Cademan. And a junior center, number 30, Sophia Leach. The Eagles are coached by Keith Anderson and assisted by Kat Costa. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for the Centaurs. A freshman guard, number 10, Kaylee Saucier. A sophomore guard, number 11, Sophia Sarkis. A sophomore center, number 35, Eva Monahan. A junior guard, number 5, Regan Reynolds. And a senior guard, number 24, the captain, Layla McKinnon. The Centaurs are coached by Mr. Will Fleeton and assisted by Ed Peachy, Brad Fabro, Matt Danis, and Jeremiah Hunt. Before we do the national anthem, we'd like to read a special message from our athletes. Face the crowd.
The ECC are here to remind you that we are just kids, and we are here to learn, play hard, and have fun. We are not professional athletes. Please remember your words can affect our performance in us. Please set an example for everyone in attendance and represent your school well. Before you speak, please pause and ask yourself if you would want to be spoken in that way.
There shall be no negative speech or harassment towards players, other fans, or coaches. We expect respectful behavior towards referees, but there should be no interaction between the fans and the referees. Respectful chants and cheers are welcome, but spectators must cheer for athletes, not against them. We will not tolerate any targeted comments toward specific players. We also expect the outcome of the contest to be left on the floor. After the game, we will not accept negativity online or outside of school. Any behavior in the stands that disrupts the game will not be tolerated and may result in your expulsion from the stands. Thank you for cooperation and support of all our athletes. Let's have a great game.
At this time, I ask that you please rise, remove your headwear, direct your attention to the flag for the playing of the national anthem.
Our national anthem here at the Alumni Fieldhouse. And with our national anthem, I only have one question for you, Mr. Smith.
Oh, and I know what it is, and the answer is
Are you ready for some basketball?
Absolutely.
On this
Let's
Wednesday
go.
night. Absolutely. Let's get some basketball going here. Our first of 2 games in a row, because guess what? The season opener for the Woodstock Academy boys basketball team is tomorrow.
And Coach Adams and many of his players are here,
Absolutely.
rooting the girls on, and that's one of the beautiful things about Woodstock Academy, the cross-sport support they have for each other.
Absolutely. So the Woodstock Academy Centaurs boys basketball team taking on Fitch tomorrow night will be live, but at the same time, right around 7 o'clock. As the Woodstock Academy girls get ready for their second game, this is the season opener for the Tolland Eagles. Have not had a game yet. They came in off that 1-win season a year ago, and as Will Fleeton said in an interview that we could not quite play for you yet, I guess they're going to be kind of hungry too.
Absolutely.
So we're set to go as Eva Monahan is set to go into the center circle against Sophia Leach. For Tolland, the ball is up and it's down, and it's into the hands of Kaylee Saucier, the freshman point guard. Over to Layla McKinnon. Inside Eva Monahan, and misses on the inside bucket. Rebound comes down and out to the Centaurs, popping out of there. Kaylee Saucier back to Layla McKinnon. Goes over to Sophia Sarkis for 3. Backside, no good. Rebound comes down to the Centaurs. Picking up there was Regan Reynolds.
And already we're seeing Woodstock's dominance on the boards. They're taller at every position. They have to take advantage of this height.
Saucier with that right-hand dribble goes over to Layla McKinnon. McKinnon dribbling around right in front of us, top of the key, being picked up there by Evelyn Cademan. Back out on top, Sarkis. This is Kaylee Saucier. Over to Regan Reynolds inside, top of the free throw line was Monahan to Sarkis. Drive is a little hard on the shot. Rebound goes all the way to the sidelines and out of bounds, where it will be Tolland Eagle basketball.
Now, Tolland came out in man-to-man, and they played very, very aggressive man-to-man defense and held up that time down the floor.
Kira Hall hands it in to Mackenzie Wood, the junior for the Eagles. Up against Regan Reynolds. They go back over to Madison Dumback. Dumback trying to get it over to Cademan, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a turnover for Tolland.
You got to get those opening night jitters out of your system.
I think so. Home opener for Woodstock, season opener for Tolland. As we said, interesting stuff. This is Kaylee Saucier to Regan Reynolds. Reynolds had 3 points, a three-pointer in the first game against Coventry. Inside, missed a little short for McAllister. It goes out of bounds, for McKinnon, I should say. Goes out of bounds. It'll go back over to Woodstock Academy. Centaurs will take it out. Kaylee Saucier looks inside to Eva Monahan, tosses it out instead to McKinnon. McKinnon's three is no good. Rebound comes down to the Eagles. Back down the floor, they work it. That ball is going to be a travel called against Madison Dumbach as she kind of looked into the eyes of Sophia Sarkis, who was flying in.
Right. Now, Sarkis has one speed, and that's top speed.
Yeah, without a doubt.
No.
This is Saucier to Reynolds over on the left wing. Being picked up there by Wood. Up on top of the key. This is Eva Monahan well outside, kind of dragging Leach with her. Here's Saucier. Saucier against Dumbach. Goes over to McKinnon again. Layla McKinnon back out. In between Reynolds and Saucier, but Reynolds was able to retrieve and got it over to Saucier. Saucier a little behind the back dribble. Bounce pass to Sarkis over here on the right side. Bounce pass inside. Monahan flashing into the post. Puts it up. Oh, just off the side of the rim. Rebound comes down to Cademan. And a double dribble going against Tolland. Another turnover.
Tolland is looking to fast break every time. That's 2 turnovers and 2 attempted fast breaks. Slow it down a little bit. Let the game come to you. Now, Woodstock, on the other hand, Ava Monahan missed her first 2 shots, but she has got to keep taking them from that close.
The ball was knocked away by Evelyn Cademan. A turnover for Woodstock Academy this time. Tolland bringing it down the floor. Ball was knocked out by Sarkis. The 2 go down on the floor. No call. Sarkis came up with a basketball. Got it to Monahan. Over to Reynolds. Reynolds over to McKinnon. McKinnon looked to go baseline. Has to kick it back out to Reynolds. Top of the key. Saucier for 3. Buries it. Not bad for a freshman. Your first shot on your home floor. What do? You bury a 3-pointer.
Nail a 3. And Woodstock sets up in a 1-2-2 press.
Almost worked, but a foul will be called on Sarkis. The first on her. The 5'7" sophomore for Woodstock Academy. First foul of the game. Tolland Eagle basketball over on the corner. Over on the, about half court.
Number 20, Kara Hall, comes out. She was on the bottom of a pile, and they want to take a look at her and make sure she's okay.
Bottom of the pile, not good. Mackenzie Wood lost the basketball to Regan Reynolds. Tries to get it back. A turnover for Tolland, however, as Reynolds comes out of the fray with the ball. Up ahead, they get it back into Reynolds. Back outside, that ball just evading the hands of Allison Camara, who's into the ball game. It'll be a turnover for Woodstock Academy.
You know, if I'm Will Fleeton, I'm telling Regan Reynolds, go to the basket. You were open, go to the basket.
Ball was knocked away, went out of bounds. Tolland turnover, back over to Woodstock Academy.
And assistant coach Brad Favreau just told Regan that very thing.
Yeah, go to the hoop, please. Reynolds at half court, over to Saucier, quickly ahead to McKinnon. McKinnon just over the 3-point line, dumps it down low. Sarkis puts one up, will not fall. Rebound comes down to the Eagles. Back the other way is Taylor Staba. Staba with that right-hand dribble. Got a nice pick.
Great screen.
Could not get the shot.
Look up, look up.
Up ahead, there's Sarkis. Sarkis on the run. Sarkis with the 2. Sophia Sarkis for Woodstock Academy makes it a 5-0 game.
And more importantly,
left to go first quarter.
Woodstock gets the press in.
The ball is Sophia Leach. Out of bounds it goes. Last touched by Woodstock Academy.
Mark, with the depth that Woodstock has, you can see them press all night long. Timeout, Tolland.
Timeout with 3:57 to go. 5-0 in favor of the Centaurs.
The rumors are true. Tusk, the world's #1 tribute to Fleetwood Mac, is coming to Luce Center for the Arts in Woodstock, Connecticut on January 21st, 2023. Landslide, Go Your Own Way, The Chain. They'll play all your favorites. So say you will, say you will. Book your tickets on theluce.org. That's theluce.org.
Back with you here at the Alumni Fieldhouse. Guess what? There's some other sports going on today as well. In girls hockey, taking place up in Auburn, the Hogan Rink. Right now, unfortunately for the Centaurs, it's a 3-1. They trail 3-1 at this point to Auburn. Macy Karate scored the only goal for Woodstock Academy so far.
And we've got another hockey game going on as well. It's the home opener for the boys team, correct?
Absolutely. I was kind of waiting for you to say that.
Thank you.
As I try my best to do some multitasking here and do a little bit of tweeting at the same time, but we'll see.
Regan Reynolds picked up a foul on that inbound. Her first, team second.
Thank you very much, Mr. Smith. Tolland with the basketball. Mackenzie Wood.
You're multitasking. I can help out.
I'm trying my best. Mackenzie Wood with the basketball. That ball was knocked away. Picked up by the Centaurs as Layla McKinnon will come out of that with the basketball. Brings it down the floor. Gets it over to Kaylee Saucier right in front of us. Goes over to Sophia Sarkis. Jumper from the corner is no good. Rebound. Did she get her own?
No.
A little bit of a jump ball.
McKinnon
Yeah,
did.
McKinnon had it. And then it will be Tolland who comes out of there with it. Turnaround in the lane is good for number 21, Taylor Staba. Be the first basket for the Eagles today.
We got a little blood on Layla McKinnon.
So she will come out, and coming in will be Sydney Anderson for the Centaurs.
Right there, Taylor. Taylor, right there.
No,
Regan Reynolds with the basketball.
Sarkis did something on that last possession I'm very, very fond of. She followed her own three-point shot.
That ball goes out of bounds. Another turnover, this time for Woodstock Academy.
And Saucier throws that ball out of bounds. First thing she does, touches her chest and says, "My bad."
My bad.
Gotta love that in a point guard.
By the way, you mentioned that Woodstock Academy boys hockey game. 1-0 in favor of Woodstock Academy over the Eastern Connecticut Eagles on a goal by Jared Nielsen.
Nice.
Assisted by Jaden Fuller. One miss by Tolland, two misses by Tolland, and then a block shot, but a foul will be called.
It should be on number 31, Allison Kamara.
That would be her first, and indeed it is.
Third on the team.
So the Centaurs leading in boys hockey, trailing in girls hockey today. And right now, still ahead in girls basketball, but getting closer is Tolland as Dombeck hits the first free throw. She'll have one more attempt here, a chance to make it a one-point ball game. And does.
Beautiful form.
5-4 in favor of the Centaurs. A little pressure now offered up by the Eagles as Kaylee Saucier has the basketball still in the backcourt. Gets it up and through. Gets it over to Isabel DeLeva Beauchesne, who's into the ball game for the first time, the other freshman. So now you got an all-freshman backcourt. Saucier gives it up to Anderson. Tried to go baseline, and it'll be a foul on the baseline on number 24, Evelyn Cademan. That'll be her first.
Team's first.
Ball into Anderson, up on top to DeLeva Beauchesne, back over. This is Saucier from the corner, and a little long. Rebound to Tolland.
Don't let it out.
Kira Hill.
Good job.
Trapped
Don't let
in
it
the
out.
corner, trapped in the corner, throws it away to Anderson, runs in, and a foul called.
Anderson will learn as the season goes on. Don't put that ball on the floor. Just take it strong to the hoop.
Mackenzie Wood with a foul for Tolland that time, her first.
Team second.
And we'll send Sydney Anderson to the free throw line, the 5'10 freshman forward. What kind of height do they have on this team, huh? First one's good.
Nice form.
And the second one, not so good. Rebound, fought for underneath. It'll go out of bounds. Last touched by Woodstock Academy. So a 6-4 lead for the Centaurs as Tolland gets the ball back.
Trap that, trap that.
Right now
Trap
here
that.
in the front. That was Dombeck who got it quickly up ahead. And they throw it up is Staba again, who has one of the baskets on this team, and she's going to have a chance to put some more points on the board. Foul called on number 31. That would be Allison Kamara, her second.
Team's fourth. And that's something Woodstock can't afford. I mean, players-wise, absolutely. They've got enough bench to commit fouls, but
this is the Tolland is right now shown to be a pretty good free throw shooting team.
yes, they have.
So Staba hits her first.
3 for 3 from the line so far in the night.
And the second. Yep. So we got a tie ball game here at the Alumni Fieldhouse at 6. Saucier to Beauchene. This time they get the ball over against the press. Has to stop at the base at the free throw line. Back out to Saucier. Anderson just inside the arc. And it will be a foul, and it will go against
And that'll be on Regan's. That's her second.
And that's what, the 5th on the team?
Fifth team,
Ooh.
2 on Reynolds, 2 on Kamara.
And in comes Sophia Sarkis to replace Reynolds.
So far, Woodstock has not gotten a whole lot of points in the interior.
Sophia Leach goes in, misses the shot, rebound, comes down to the Centaurs. Can they get it out of there? Saucier was tied up. The ball is shot back up again by Staba, no good. The rebound comes down to the Centaurs. As Saucier brings it down the floor, and she's going to get fouled from behind. Staba fell down and literally took out the legs from Saucier. So the foul will go on Staba.
Her first, team's third.
Ball comes outside to Sarkis, drives the lane, puts it up, and it is good. And a foul. Foul will go on number 24 for Tolland. And that would be Evelyn Cademan. That's her second, am I correct?
You are correct. 2 on 24.
So we'll go to the free throw line with Sarkis and a chance to put the Centaurs up by 3. And no good on the free throw. Rebound comes down to Dombeck. Up ahead and goes out, and it'll be back over to Tolland. Last touch by Woodstock Academy.
What I like that Sarkis did, she missed a couple of deep balls and came in and made a runner in the lane. Take it to the basket. That'll help things out.
Ball goes out again. Eagles will retain possession.
Good D by Kamara on that inbounds.
Just 1:29 left to go in this opening quarter. 8-6 in favor of the Centaurs. Ball is trapped in the corner. Loose ball picked up by Kamara on the turnover by Tolland. Here's Kaylee Saucier working her way down the floor against Staba. Dumps it down low. Looks for Kamara. Kamara inside, can't get the ball to fall. Tolland, 2 of their own players fighting for the rebound. Then they lose the handle. Picked up by Sarkis underneath. Was too deep. Can't get the ball to go, but gets the own rebound. Puts it up, no good again. Tapped out by Tolland. Last touched by the Eagles.
Good offensive tenacity on that glass by Woodstock.
It was a lot of tenacity, just couldn't get it to fall. She was too far underneath on one, and then just shot it too hard on the second one.
Middle of December, it's going to happen.
Saucier from 3, rimmed in and out. Rebound, it goes out. No, it does not. It's kept in by Mackenzie Wood, but she throws it away into the arms of Saucier. No good. Rebound back up. No good. Rebound to Sarkis. Back out to Beauchene. Her 3. No good. And the Tolland Eagles get the ball on the other side, running to the hole, and missing their shot is Dombeck, but we got a foul.
Anderson on the foul.
Sydney Anderson, that would be her first, am I correct?
Correct.
Yep, 6th on the team, however.
Timeout, Woodstock.
And with just 36 seconds to go and a 2-point lead, we'll take a break as well. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Woodstock Academy fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org. Or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.
And we're back with you here at Woodstock Academy. 8-6 the score. But the Tolland Eagles going back to the free throw line, I do believe here, where they have been pretty proficient.
Yes. 4 for 4 on the evening. Mark, while we're here, Kaylee Saucier, I've been watching her play basketball in this gym since she was in 5th grade. And thought, boy, I can't wait until she plays for us. Well, she's playing for us.
Absolutely. Dombeck at the free throw line, puts it up, it's no good. You see, that jinx worked.
The broadcaster's curse.
Yep. How many times have we talked about that during the basketball season? Missing the second was Dombeck. Kamara came up with the rebound, but however, the ball got knocked away. Picked up there by Staba. No good, and the rebound by Beauchene and a foul underneath. Staba's going to pick it up.
Her second.
Non-shooting foul.
And that's 5-team on Tolland.
So Staba
with 2. Cadman with 2.
So with 30 seconds left, it'll be Woodstock Academy basketball. Here's Kaylee Saucier. Saucier over to Sarkis. Almost got run into out there by Audrey Cademan. And a foul now called. I think it may go against Audrey Cademan. We'll see. Yeah, it will. So Audrey Cademan picks this one up, her first.
Team 6th. It's a lot of fouls in the first quarter. We're going to shoot a lot of free throws in the second.
I think so. 24 seconds to go in this first quarter. Been kind of a long one. From the corner is no good for Kaylee Saucier. Goes out of bounds on the rebound. Go over to Tolland. Been a lot of shots taken, too. The problem is not many have fallen on either side.
Right. It's cold in this gym.
It's cold outside. It's cold inside right now. Temperature probably rivaling it from the shooting percentage. Up forward, that goes to Cademan. Knocked down by Eva Monahan. Picked up quickly out to Saucier. 10 seconds to go. Saucier racing the floor to Beauchene. Beauchene, nice dribble inside, gets the 2. Nice move by the freshman.
And a great pass by Saucier.
Both work. 10-6, the Centaurs own the 4-point lead here as we end the first quarter of play at the Alumni Fieldhouse.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18-cubic-foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18-cubic-foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at BusquetsAppliance.com. Pay more, what for?
Back with you at the Alumni Fieldhouse, second quarter of play. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs up on the Tolland Eagles, a non-league game, 10-6. After the nice pass from Saucier to Beauchene right at the end of that first quarter. Saucier swings it to Sarkis. Sarkis looks to go baseline, kicks it back out to Beauchene, drives the lane, nice move, puts it up and home.
And that's why Coach Fleeton is so high on this freshman. She does things right.
The ball moving up the floor for Tolland up ahead through the fingertips of Caden Grassi. And it goes out of bounds and back over to the Centaurs.
Now, Ava Monahan doesn't get a steal on that possession, but she certainly altered the pass.
Yeah, created the steal. This is Beauchene who gets fouled in the back by number 22, Dombeck.
Her first. Team 7th. This will be a one-on-one.
You know, the name was very familiar to me, and I did not realize. You know, sometimes you just don't put 2 and 2 together.
Right.
And this time, only was I told this year that Isabel DeLeva Beauchene and James DeLeva Beauchene are
on the boys' team.
Yes, are both Kathy Beauchene's children.
Right.
Now, for those of you who have been around Eastern Connecticut for a while, Kathy Beauchene's name might ring a bell because she was at the UConn, of course, was an all-stater at Plainfield High. A UConn player. I think she was the all-time leading scorer at UConn for a while. So, you know, interesting that the name pops up, and yeah, it has something to do with a basketball player.
Yep.
So the pedigree is there, that's for sure. This ball was knocked away by Tolland, picked up by Beauchene, knocked away from Tolland. And Beauchene will bring it down the floor.
One more.
Goes over to Saucier, gets it over to Anderson, back across to Beauchene. Kind of retrieved it before it went out.
Nice
this is
move by
Sarkis.
Sarkis.
Sarkis at the bottom end of the backboard, however, kicks it back out to Saucier, and it's a three-pointer for Kaylee Saucier.
Her second of the game.
I'm going to like these guards. That's just my thought. Whoa! Heavy duty into the stands went Saucier. Sarkis quickly over, and Saucier comes out, a little bit worse for the wear, but looks to be okay.
No, you can't hurt steel, and Kaylee Saucier is steel.
15-6 in favor of the Centaurs. I like that. Ball into the arms of Mackenzie Wood for Tolland. Bounce pass goes over to Cademan. Cademan looked to go baseline, gives it to Leach over the top of Monahan, no good. Rebound comes out to Saucier. Over to Sophia Sarkis, 5'7" sophomore. This team is very young. Beauchene inside to Monahan. Monahan back out. Sarkis over to Saucier. Saucier cross court. Beauchene. Beauchene looks down, and we may have a 3-second violation on Monahan. Can't have there's no parking allowed there, huh?
No.
So
and McKinnon comes back into the game. Nice to see.
Kira Hill had the basketball, gave it up over to Cademan right in front of us. Then she gives it up to Sydney Anderson. Unfortunately, she can't control it. Ball on the floor, travel against Tolland.
And that is a very good call by the referee. If you move your feet and you try and gain advantage by moving your feet, even though you're sitting on the ground, it's still a travel.
Now, during a break and when we were trying to figure things out, Greg Smith has said he's going to be nicer to the officials this year.
Absolutely, I am.
I'm looking for if he had crossed feet, crossed fingers. You know how that works. Turnover by Woodstock Academy.
And Tolland has gone to a 2-3 at this point in the game, and it's showing Woodstock a little bit of trouble.
Wood against Beauchene. Leach comes out, gives her a pick. Wood goes back to the right-hand side.
Nice hedge by Monahan.
Into the middle, thrown
up,
away.
up.
Saucier up ahead to Monahan. Monahan reward the big player. Indeed, they did. As Monahan drives it home.
And
you see your forward taking off like that, you reward.
You reward.
And that will be a call against Woodstock Academy. Might be on Saucier. Yep. And it will be a 1-on-1 situation for Tolland after the foul on Kaylee.
Saucier's first, 7th on the team.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing double bonus before we're done here. Centaurs leading by 11, 17-6. But at the free throw line is Tolland and Kira Hill for the Eagles. And Hill's first attempt is up and good. Actually, I should say Mackenzie Wood. I thought that was a 20 for some reason, but instead it's 23, Mackenzie Wood. One more attempt here. Puts up the second, and that will not fall. Monahan on the rebound. Up ahead quickly to McKinnon.
Oh, nice find.
Saucier to Beauchene, yeah. Just like her brother made passes on the football field.
And he will be making passes on the basketball floor.
Exactly. Well, guess what? Kaylee Saucier is doing that just as well over here. And that basket, this is a miss by Tolland. Leach on the rebound and a foul underneath.
McKinnon maybe? Anderson?
McKinnon.
McKinnon.
Good choice the first time round. Her first, right?
Yes, 8th on the team.
19-7 in favor of the Centaurs as Sophia Leach, junior center for the Eagles, misses the first. One more attempt here, making her first appearance. Cecilia Martins, a freshman for Tolland. And Lennon Favreau is set to check in for Woodstock Academy to make her first appearance. I think they allowed her in, yes. She'll replace Kaylee Saucier. It's kind of nice when you have Beauchene and Saucier because you can kind of rotate.
Those are 2 point guards.
Yeah, you can rotate. You get them both on the floor, and then it looks like Beauchene becomes the shooting guard.
I believe they're both 2 guards in
kinda.
actuality, but
you sometimes need something, right?
Yep.
Rebound after the miss.
That's a travel.
By Leach. The 2 go up, and they'll jump ball it. And the possession arrow rests in the arms of Tolland. So taking it out will be Kellis Hurst for Tolland, sophomore. Saucier is coming back into the game, replacing Layla McKinnon. So Hurst will take it out. Gets it into Dombeck, almost lost it. Dombeck on the bullet pass. Over to Cademan. Cademan at the free throw line. Back out to Leach. Leach on that right side, back over to Cademan. Cademan trying to get around Monahan. That's not easy. And with the basketball now was Martins. Tried to get it into the lane cut. Thrown up there just on a wing and a prayer by Dombeck. Rebound comes down to Saucier. Saucier had a little trouble controlling. The ball goes out, but it'll stay with Woodstock Academy.
Smart play by Kaylee.
Yep.
You know, Ava Monahan is very long, and she makes it very difficult for offensive players.
With the basketball was Saucier. Goes over to Beauchene, back over to Saucier. Saucier to Sydney Anderson, going baseline.
Oh, what a pass.
Anderson to Monahan.
Great pass by Anderson.
Gotta like it. Team's starting to click a little bit. And now a foul right over half court. That will be on Beauchene.
Her first. Team's ninth.
Well, what did I say about double bonus pretty soon?
Yep.
One more and we'll be there.
Just under halfway in this second quarter.
Free throw line for Evelyn Cademan from Tolland. Puts up the first. Little jump free throw. No good. Rebound comes down to the Centaurs. Up ahead, here's Kaylee Saucier. Saucier runner, no good, little hard. Rebound comes down to Tolland. Coming out of there was Dombeck with it.
Travel.
And a travel violation against the Eagles. Back over to the Centaurs. By the way, Woodstock Academy leading in the boys hockey matchup with Eastern Connecticut Eagles. 1-0 end of the first period in that one.
Good to hear.
Got to remember, that was one of the last games they played last year,
right,
was against the Eagles in the Nutmeg Conference, and well, didn't turn out the way we wanted it to. Let's put it that way. I think they remember that.
Yes,
Monahan, turnaround with the left, no good. Rebound will come out to Hurst. Tolland going the other way, trying to make up a 14-point deficit here. Hurst stops, kicks it out to Cademan. Blocked by Sydney Anderson.
Don't try and take a perimeter shot on a 5'10" freshman
yeah,
who is very long.
That was pretty emphatic.
Yeah.
Ball
she got a piece. She got a piece.
Just a little. Just a little.
Yeah.
Not much.
It says Spalding on her hand.
Well, that too. Thrown up by the Eagles. Hit the side of the backboard by Staba. Tries again. No good. Goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Eagles.
I want our viewers to just watch how quickly Woodstock doubles everything. Their defense is just tenacious. Yes, they're going to commit a lot of fouls, but you see how many people they've played so far?
There's some depth. There is some depth, which is a good thing. You can commit a few more fouls. Wood inside to Hurst, blocked again by Anderson. Put it back
blocked
up
again by Anderson.
She misses that one. One block and one miss. So a couple of blocks for the freshman. This is Beauchene with the basketball. Favreau, well, we're looking to come up top. Now she goes down low in the post. Saucier looks that way, but gives it to Anderson. Anderson with that left-hand dribble. Knocked away from Leah Danis. Picked up by Tolland, and racing down the floor was Staba, who puts it up and home. Gets it off the turnover and makes it count. Tough pass on the top of the key like that.
Right.
Driving through was Saucier and a foul. It's also nice to see your guard deciding you're going to take it to the hole. Foul will be called on Hurst from Tolland.
Her first.
Is that 10 yet?
8.
8. 1-1 still for Tolland, for Woodstock Academy, I should say. Saucier at the free throw line, puts up the first. No good. Actually, it was a shooting foul, so it didn't matter. We'll get one more opportunity here. I'm still thinking first down and 10. For some Leach on the rebound. Got to get back into basketball, you know?
All right, Sauce. You missed 2 free throws. You're a point guard. You're not allowed to do that.
Nope, not allowed. That jumper is up and good by Mackenzie Wood from Tolland.
Tolland's making a little run.
21-11 in favor of the Centaurs. 10 points. separate the two now.
Get it under double figures.
Saucier won't let them do that. She drove the lane, saw the open, and said, "You're going to give it to me. I'm going to take it."
Yeah, she felt bad about missing those 2 free throws.
Yeah, I think
had
she
to get them back.
Had to answer it, right? 12-point advantage again for the Centaurs. This is Wood trying to drive by Favreau. Favreau's not going to let her do it. Low post, they kick it into Staba. Staba up and over Kaylee Saucier for the basket. But it is an opening game for Tolland as well. You got to figure they're kind of getting their feet underneath them.
Right.
Just the second game for the Centaurs.
And it's a bit of a trip from Tolland. There's no easy way to get here
up
from
and down
Tolland.
The hills.
Yeah.
It's over the river and through the woods. Let's put it that way.
Nice
Saucier,
move.
Nice move to Favreau. Can't convert it, but gave it a good opportunity. Tolland loses the handle
on
the
floor.
basketball. Everybody's on it, but it would be Tolland who comes away with it. Staba, she's going to take. Well, she was going to take it to the lane. Gave it up to Cademan, and or I should say Martins. Martins couldn't hold on to it. Turnover on Tolland's side. The easy buckets just aren't coming easy.
No. And they will a little later in the season when you have a little bit more cohesion on your team.
59 seconds to go here in the first half. This is Beauchene up, knocked away by Leach from Favreau.
And what we learned from that pass is always go to meet the pass. Don't let the pass come to you.
This is Layla McKinnon with the basketball to Sydney Anderson. Anderson cross court. Beauchene outside the arc, going to take the three. A little hard.
That was a rainmaker.
It was very hard. Missed a little bit on that three-pointer. Tolland on the rebound. Here's Stabo with the basketball. Goes to the right side, picks up her dribble, gives it back up to Martins, the freshman baseline, and she did travel. Took about 2 or 3, maybe 4 steps. Do you know they're actually trying to limit the travel in the NBA? Yeah, I know. I kind of laughed too. Instead of 8 steps, you only get 7.
Right. Depending on who you are.
Well, if you're LeBron James,
10. Get deep. Get your hands up.
McKinnon.
Get deep.
This is Favreau. Ooh, thought McKinnon was going to come in front of her. Managed to get the ball back, but it's going to be a backcourt violation against the Centaurs.
Now, if you were Woodstock, you wanted to get the last shot, go in up 10, but now Tolland has a chance to cut it to under 10, which is every coach's dream when you're down big in the first half.
16 seconds to play. This is Wood in the logo, brings it over against Favreau. Wood, bounce pass inside. That's Staba against McKinnon. Back out to Wood. Runner is up and good. It was Kira Hill. Kira Hill who got the basket. And it makes it a less than 10-point
I think that
game.
was Wood, Mark.
I thought it was Kira Hill, number 20.
Yes, it was, number 20. You are correct.
Kira Hill got the basket that pulls the Eagles within 8 of the Centaurs. 23-15. We're at the half here at the Alumni Fieldhouse.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement Approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
I have been doing theater and acting since I was 8 years old. I absolutely love it. Coming here was one of the best decisions I've ever made, if not the best. The school has been so supportive. I am so unbelievably grateful. It's amazing to be in an environment where people want you to succeed and want you to do well.
My name is Maggie McLaughlin. I'm a junior from Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information on where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/futurecentaurs.
The rumors are true. Tusk, the world's #1 tribute to Fleetwood Mac, is coming to Luce Center for the Arts in Woodstock, Connecticut on January 21st, 2023. Landslide, Go Your Own Way, The Chain. They'll play all your favorites. So say you will, say you will. Book your tickets on theluce.org. That's theluce.org.
Playing some holiday music here at the Alumni Fieldhouse.
Oh, yes.
Chestnuts are roasting on the open fire. Right now we could use an open fire if you're outside. It's not nice out there. Let me put it to you that way. By the way, we do have one final in for you that we can tell you. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs girls hockey team unfortunately lost to Auburn tonight by a score of 4-2. Macy Karate and Sophia Govea scored the goals for Woodstock Academy. And remember, that Woodstock Academy program a little different this year. They're a co-op.
Yes.
And there's players from Ledyard and Wheeler and East Lyme, Fitch, the Marine Biology School at Fitch, and Norwich Tech. Kind of interesting.
A definite co-op team, and that's needed for many of these girls. They wouldn't be able to play hockey unless they came here.
Correct. And the other thing about it, too, is that it does give them the opportunity to play in the Connecticut Girls High School Hockey Association. Right. They are no longer a part of the Central Mass League, even though they played Auburn today. They are not part of the Central Mass League any longer, Central Massachusetts League. So they got to play a Connecticut schedule.
Hard to get games, as there's not many teams on this side of the state.
Correct. So from that point of view, not bad. I think in many ways a good move. Again, is there going to be some growing pains? Certainly. You don't know. I don't know about you. I don't know about anything about Connecticut girls high school hockey because we haven't been able to play many teams.
Correct.
So it's going to be kind of a learning experience for everyone.
Yes. And while we have a second, Rachel Budd would like everybody to know that they would love to have us all share in the current show at the gallery in the life and legend of Carol Spinney. You know Carol Spinney.
I do.
I know Carol Spinney.
Should we tell them who he is?
Sure, go ahead.
Big Bird.
Big Bird is Carol Spinney, longtime Woodstock resident. Carol Spinney. And it's open every Thursday from 3 to 5 at the Luce Center for the Arts. The show highlights photos, puppets, original artwork done by Spinney throughout his life. Oscar the Grouch is even there in his trash can.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That is interesting, for sure, for sure.
And Carolyn Shute, science teacher here at Woodstock Academy, really wants everybody to know that we'll be able to see the girls hockey team play at home on Saturday.
Correct.
And we're still working out whether or not we're going to be able to broadcast from the Jan ice rink.
It's just technical.
Right. There's a lot of technical difficulties when you take this bonanza on the road.
Sometimes, the first games are always the most challenging ones. Once you kind of get the thought process down, it gets a little bit easier. But
and learn the quirks and idiosyncrasies of each individual rink and venue.
Yeah, I mean, this is different from the Bentley Athletic Complex that we're up here. We were at Nichols College not so long ago. Now we're back at the Alumni Fieldhouse, so we're kind of getting it all as best we can set
And
up.
we don't have a whole lot of tech specialists. You're our tech specialist.
Yeah, I'm the tech specialist. That's not saying a lot.
Yeah, right.
One thing that I am saying a lot about is one thing that certainly improved for the Woodstock Academy Centaurs in this game. We're going to talk about in just a moment. Just some stats I just did, and we'll be back with those when we return to the Alumni Fieldhouse after this break.
Well, here's the good friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent.
Say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
We're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
So somehow in all this mess, we do sometimes get a chance to do some stats, and you're going to go through some scoring stats, but first some shooting stats. The Centaurs in the first quarter, 4 for 20.
Oof.
Yeah. But in the second quarter, 6 for 10, including hitting their first 4.
Yeah.
They were 4 for 4 to start with. Tolland, 1 for 7 in the first quarter, 4 for 11 in the second. So what does that tell me is this, and by the way, all 4 of their baskets came in the last 2.5 minutes of the second quarter.
Right.
It tells me essentially the Centaurs have dominated inside the amount of shots and everything like that. They've taken 30 shots to Tolland's 18. Just not falling all the time.
Right. The offensive rebounds that Woodstock had, and unfortunately we don't have a statistician to help us with that, but the offensive rebounds that Woodstock was able to corral were impressive. And they got a lot of second chance opportunities.
And the thing is, Tolland coming back and making a game out of this.
Right. Tolland's got to they have to make the most of their transition hoops. Woodstock is much bigger, so Tolland has to push the ball, and they have to get points in transition. Woodstock has to slow this game down, play it in the half court.
Interesting stuff, of course, and that is next year, by the way, this is the last year that we're going to be playing basketball without the time clock running, or the shot clock running, because they are going to go to shot clock in both girls and boys basketball next year in the CIAC.
And I'm very disappointed in that decision.
And I'm actually, I can understand it because believe me, I've written stories about this too many times in my life.
And we've talked many times about this situation. Yes. As a coach who very frequently did not have the same kind of talent as my opponents, I liked not having a shot clock because I could shorten the game. If I played discipline, if I got my players to buy into the system, we could waste a lot of time off the clock, and then each basket was more important. With a shot clock, it becomes much more of a free-flow, up-tempo game, which the fans in general like, but not this coach.
And it does. It's really either you like it or you don't.
Right. And I'm a big I don't fan. When we would go down to New London, I like to make that game as short as humanly possible. And you do that by wasting time on the clock, holding the ball at half court, making them come out and play you. And quite often, if you're able to do that, you get backdoor cuts if you're disciplined enough to keep it going. Now, I understand people like to see scoring. They like to see the ball go up and down. There's a lot more NBA fans there are Dean Smith Four Corners fans.
Absolutely.
And I understand that, but I don't agree with it. While we have a second, here are the point totals for the first half.
Didn't know if we did
Kira Hill from Tolland had 2. Madison Dumbeck had 2. Mackenzie Wood had 3. And they're led by Taylor Stabas 8 points. For Woodstock Academy, Isabel de Avila Beauchesne had 6. Kaylee Saucier leads the team with 8. Sophia Sarkis has 4. Sydney Anderson with 1. And Eva Monahan with 4. 23 points for Woodstock, 23-15.
And all sophomores and freshmen scoring for Woodstock Academy in that first half. 23-15 as we get underway here for the second. By the way, update from, I should have like breaking news or something like that, but update from the Yon Ice Rink, Woodstock Academy 2, Eastern Connecticut Eagles nothing in the second period. Andrew Newton just scored for Woodstock Academy.
Nice. One of my favorite families.
And Kira Hill with the basketball gives it up to Mackenzie Wood for the Tolland Eagles, who have possession here as we start. Evelyn Cademan out there as well as for the Tolland Eagles, as well as Sophia Leach. And Taylor Staba is out there for the Eagles. We'll get the Centaurs in just a moment. Who was that foul on?
Quick foul on Kaylee Saucier on the push. Her second, team's first.
Kaylee Saucier out there, Sophia Sarkis, Layla McKinnon, Regan Reynolds, and Eva Monahan. Basically the starting lineup, and now a travel and violation against the Eagles. I was thinking that's what it was. Had to wait for the call. Sometimes I get ahead of myself,
if you're tied up in that situation and you kind of bowl your way out, drop the ball so you don't get called for the travel.
Saucier to Monahan over on the right side, well outside. Inside on the cut to Sarkis. Nice job and a nice hoop.
Nice feed
Monahan
by
to
Monahan.
Sarkis.
Nice finish by Sarkis.
I like the assists that this team had been dishing
Yeah,
out today.
absolutely.
25-15.
When your center can make that
Yes.
sweet pass.
This ball is taken
help.
by Cademan. Puts up the shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Sarkis. Will Fleeton says one word, push.
Yep.
Get it moving.
Oh, look at
Saucier
that.
to Monahan. Nice pass.
You were saying assists?
Yeah, that was a no-looker. Just kind of knew that Monahan was sitting there all alone by herself with nobody around. 12-point lead for the Centaurs.
Double screen,
And
nice.
the ball off the foot of
It should
Dombeck.
stay.
And
It should stay.
Stays with Tolland. No,
No.
it does not.
It should stay. That
Well,
bounced off of Sarkis' foot.
No one saw it except you, because it comes back over to the Centaurs.
Well, the ref in front of us pointed to Tolland, but
No one paid attention. Reynolds to
Well, look at
Monahan.
that.
Baseline move for Sarkis from Monahan.
and that inside-out passing is starting to work for Woodstock.
14-point advantage for the Centaurs. As Wood takes it down, try to get it over to Dombeck. The ball bounces out. It'll stay with the Eagles. 6:22 to go here in the third quarter.
Was that last basket Sarkis or Monahan?
Monahan to Sarkis.
Monahan to Sarkis.
Yep,
Okay.
that's what that one was. That ball is through the arms of Cademan. It'll be a backcourt violation. As she touched it next, be back over to the Centaurs on the turnover.
You know, as we progress in this game, Woodstock's looking better. Whatever adjustments Coach Fleeton made at halftime are certainly paying off in the assists category.
Gosh, yeah. As Saucier gets it to Sarkis. Sarkis lost the handle. Picked up by the Eagles, goes out, last touched by Woodstock Academy. Monahan apparently touched it last.
And Ava Monahan goes on the floor after that. Another thing you got to love when your bigs go down on the floor after loose balls.
And thought we had another score there. We do not. Still 2-0 in the hockey game. I was trying to keep track of that as another turnover by Tolland. Monahan went in and she's fouled as she does so.
Monahan and Reynolds go in for the steal on there. Monahan comes out with it.
Foul is on Sophia Leach.
Gets fouled.
By Leach. That's her first.
Team's first.
And at the free throw line, Eva Monahan puts up the first, and it's good.
That's a whole lot of metal.
Yeah. She did every piece of it, didn't she?
Yeah, that was clean living for that one to go in.
Monahan had only 2 points her first game up. And this one misses. It will go over to the Centaurs, yes. Staying put.
I like having the point guard do the inbounds passing. Best passer on the team should be doing this.
Jumper from three, not off the backside of the rim for McKinnon. Back come the Eagles. Cademan loses the handle, picked up by Reynolds, throws it into the arms of Leach. Jumper is good. Well, it almost worked until Reynolds passed it to Leach. 30-17. That ball knocked away by the Eagles. Down the floor they go. This is Cademan on the layup, misses the bunny. And the ball goes out. It will be back over to the Centaurs.
And good hustle by Kaylee Saucier to get there before that can be put back.
So the Centaurs maintain a 13-point lead. Probably a little concern there in that little back and forth for the Centaurs. This is Saucier against the press to Monahan. They beat it. This is Reynolds. Bounce pass. Sarkis inside. Won't get the roll this time. On the rebound, Dombeck came out and lost it out of bounds. It'll go back over to the Centaurs. So Kaylee Saucier will take it out just a little bit down the way from us. Over here on this near side. McKinnon with the basketball. Over to Sarkis. Back over to McKinnon. Left side on the wing is Saucier directing traffic. Almost lost the handle in doing so. This is Monahan in the high post into Sarkis in the low. And Sarkis from Monahan.
Sarkis is starting to come alive, Mark. 6 points in this second half.
I'll tell you, you got some nice combos starting to develop here. Only the second game of the season, but you can see it already. A distributing center is nice to have. Let's put it that way. That was Dombeck who lost the handle. McKinnon picked up the basketball. Here come the Centaurs. Reynolds on the layup, and it's good. Do they say timeout at any time here?
And there it is.
Just thinking. Timeout called, and we'll take a timeout as well. 4.5 to play. And it will be a full timeout. We'll be back with more from the Alumni Fieldhouse in just a moment.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years. And we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king size comforter. Frigidaire 18 cubic foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18 cubic foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side by side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at BusquetsAppliance.com. Pay more, what for?
Tolland Eagles took the timeout as Woodstock Academy doubling up on them right now, 34-17, 4.5 to play, third quarter. Mark Allard, Greg Smith along with you. Our first broadcast of the winter sports season, certainly not our last. In fact, we're back here tomorrow.
Tomorrow night. This quarter,
rest up.
This quarter, Woodstock is winning 11-2.
Wow, Wood with a basketball against Sarkis. Had to kind of pick up the dribble a little bit, gave it up, and a foul on Monahan off the shot by Leach.
And that's Monahan's first foul. And the second on the team.
Second on the team, right? So Sophia Leach to the free throw line for the Eagles. First free throw is up and no good. Yeah, we are actually going to be back tomorrow for the boys' first game of the season. Home opener against the Fitch Falcons. And yeah, it's a division game because Fitch has come down to Division II, where the Centaurs reside on the boys' side. They are not in Division I. Second free throw is good for Leach. 34-18. That ball is stolen and not stolen, and Reynolds ends up with it. Sarkis managed to keep it on the Centaur side. Here's Reynolds from three. No, backside rim. Rebound Sarkis, no good. Rebound Monahan, good.
It's the Monahan-Sarkis show.
It really is in this second half. So Monahan put that one home, and again we're back to a doubled-up score, 36-18. Nice pass underneath, but Cademan couldn't hold on to it. Monahan picked up the loose ball. Back up ahead to McKinnon. McKinnon holds it up.
Smart.
Not enough numbers coming with her. McKinnon over to Reynolds. Reynolds, top of the key is Saucier. Flick it over to the right side. Here comes Sarkis at the baseline. Little short. Got her own rebound, a little hard, but guess
hit.
what? A foul. And that foul will go on Cademan.
Her third. Team's first, I believe.
And indeed, you are correct.
Yes. Second.
Is it second?
There was one on Leach.
Yes, it is second. Sarkis at the free throw line misses the first. Coming into the ball game is Audrey Cademan, again for the Eagles.
Now something for Sarkis to work on. Tonight she's 0 for 2 from the line, so.
Well, reverse broadcaster Jinx, does it work?
Trying.
I thought it might work. Have to work on that a little bit.
Good box out by Leach from Tolland.
And the ball came down to Staba. Up ahead to Wood. Wood dribbling through against McKinnon. Wood tosses it over the top. Jumper is up by Dombeck. It's no good. Rebound, Monahan strong to the boards. Almost threw it away, but it ends up in Reynolds' hands. Picked up by Sarkis underneath. A little hard to get underneath there. Just a little too deep. Back out to Monahan from the free throw line is good. Sophia Sarkis, I think, sometimes moves so fast she doesn't realize how close she is to the bottom of that basket. 20-point lead for the Centaurs. That ball gets away from Tolland. It's picked up by McKinnon. Back we go the other way with Kaylee Saucier.
And Saucier's always got that head up, looking at what's available to her.
Saucier to Sarkis. Back over to Saucier. Knocked away and picked up by Staba. Quickly on the outlet, up ahead to Cademan, and just kind of threw it up there. And Monahan came down with the ball. Back come the Centaurs. Here's Saucier, right in, getting contact, not getting the call, but getting the basket.
Gotta love that in a freshman.
Yeah, even initiating contact to try to get a foul call.
Yep.
No, she didn't get the foul call, but you know what? It was a great effort.
Very smart play.
Absolutely.
That would be a
traveling violation against Tolland. Turnover starting to mount up for the Eagles.
Unfortunately for Dumbeck, she was not able to gain control of that cleanly.
So it'll be Woodstock Academy basketball. 2 minutes to play here in this third quarter.
Anderson and Camara check in for Woodstock.
By the way, they've played now 2 periods at the Yon Ice Rink, and the Centaurs still lead 2-0 over the Eastern Connecticut Eagles.
Coach Smolek is very high on this team.
He likes it.
What they can accomplish.
He likes it. I would too, and you got your top 4 scorers back.
Right.
I mean, it makes life a lot easier.
Now,
Kamara,
are they going to have defenders?
You got Jacob Chernovoy, and then you got to find out
Right.
who is going to step up and be your other guys. Reynolds misses the 3. Rebound Hurst for Tolland.
Look at Regan Reynolds step in and take that ball away.
Well, that's nothing unusual for Regan Reynolds. McKinnon put up the ball, no good. Rebound tipped out, comes out to Staba for Tolland. Bounce pass ahead to Cademan, can't control it, out of bounds, back over to Woodstock Academy. How many times have we said Regan Reynolds is the hardest worker on the basketball
Absolutely.
court or the volleyball floor? On and on it goes.
Well, she leads every team she's ever played on in floor burns.
Oh, absolutely. This is McKinnon. Almost a backcourt.
Smart. No.
Almost.
No.
She had to have both.
You have to have both and the ball.
That's right.
All 3 have to be across the line.
One was over. The other one was close.
Right.
But it did make me have a second look. I'll
Yes,
tell you
it
that.
did.
Saucier will take it out underneath.
It always gives people pause when they see something go over that line
you gotta look
and then come back. Saucier.
Saucier's for 3 is no good. Anderson on the rebound, no good. Rebound comes out to Hurst. Hurst up ahead.
Nice
Staba,
move.
foul on Reynolds. Before the shot, it'll be underneath.
Her third.
And what is it?
Team's third.
Third on the team. Well, the fouls have calmed down on both sides. Fortunately, there was a plethora of them in the first half.
Nice plethora.
I just thought I'd bring it out once in a while, Layla McKinnon will come out, and the other freshman, Isabel DeLeva Beauchene. I think this is her first appearance of the second half.
It is.
But when you're going well, you don't want to change it up. You know what
double.
I'm saying?
Look at the double.
It was a great double. The ball, however, popped out from Staba, and she got it out to Hill, but the ball was knocked away from her. That was Beauchene trying to get it to Saucier. Saucier was able to get to it. Saucier crosses to Reynolds, back out to Anderson. Kick it to Beauchene, over to Saucier for 3. Got it!
The ball movement, Mark. The ball movement was a thing of beauty.
Gotta love it. 43-18 in favor of the Centaurs. This is Wood trying to work against that double team. Not doing so well. Turnover. Beauchene runs the floor, misses the layup. Reynolds right behind her, puts it up, no good. Rebound comes out to Tolland.
Look at Reynolds.
Beats her down the floor, knocked it out of bounds. You're right. Just hustling.
And she's very good at track, too.
Oh, yes, she is.
Volleyball, basketball, track.
Yeah. She does a lot. She's a 3-sport, and she's a 3-sport athlete, too.
Yep.
Domback takes it out, gets it, or Hill, I should say, gets it in.
Don't
and
do it.
Underneath is
Oh,
Staba.
nice shot.
Staba on the hook. What do you mean don't do it, she says. I just did it.
Yes, she did.
23-point lead for Woodstock Academy as we move in to the final quarter of play. The Centaurs enjoying themselves tonight here at the Alumni Fieldhouse.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the confident retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The confident retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
And welcome back to Woodstock Academy, the Alumni Fieldhouse. By the way, congratulations to Marcus McGregor. You want to know what Marcus McGregor did?
I do.
He actually was named recently a Class M All-State player in
Nice.
football.
Nice.
That's quite the accomplishment.
Kid that never saw a football game before he came to Connecticut to go to school.
Absolutely. So
First time he ever played, he scored a touchdown.
I know. And it was on the defensive side of all things. An interception on the defensive line. This is DeLeva Beauchesne. Back out to Kaylee Saucier as we start the fourth quarter with a 23-point lead for the Centaurs. Saucier looks to the post, kicks it back out. Here's Beauchesne. Gives it up to Reynolds, back out to Saucier. This is actually good. You got a 23-point lead. Waste some time, you know.
Work on things.
Yeah, work on
your passing. Work
find
on
a
your
good
footwork.
shot.
Get the ball in the interior. Get the zone to collapse, and then kick.
That's what they're trying to do, I think, as they keep it outside with Beauchesne and Saucier. I mean, if the shot shows, you've got to take it, though, because this can also take you out of your offense.
And you've got to reverse the ball as soon as you can. As soon as you get that defense moving in one direction, reverse it, and you'll find openings like
Reynolds
that.
Underneath. Got it to Kamara. Kamara puts it up. It's no good. Tolland on the rebound. Up ahead quickly. They get the ball into Hill. Hill misses the shot. Rebound back up. Missed again by Hurst. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be back over to Woodstock Academy.
Sarkis comes in for Reynolds.
It's going to be a battle for playing time on this team,
Yeah.
something tells me before we're
But
done.
the way that Coach Fleeton presses, there's going to be openings.
Yeah.
There's going to be time available.
This is Anderson over to Sarkis. That rainbow just didn't fall. No pot of gold underneath it, unfortunately. Rebound comes down to the Eagles.
Freshman on freshman.
Yep, missing the shot. That time was Martins. Back come the Centaurs. Up ahead, Sarkis on the basket. First basket of this fourth quarter belongs to Sophia Sarkis and a 25-point lead for Woodstock Academy. Martins with the basketball, drives it in, no good. Rebound, Martins gets her own, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Sarkis. Sarkis bringing it down the floor by herself, tried to get it to Beauchesne, but before she does, a foul is
I
called.
think they'll call that on the floor.
I think so too. Underneath, yes.
Third foul on Staba.
Staba. And the third foul on the team as well. So Saucier will take it out for the Centaurs. Leah Danis back into the ball game for Woodstock Academy. Over to Beauchesne. Sarkis to Saucier.
Coach Fleeton's trying a Twin Towers approach with
Yeah.
Davis and Monahan in there at the same time, just to overpower the post.
Monahan had that one slip through, and behind her was Staba, who picked up the basketball. Up ahead quickly from Martins, but talking about slipping through, that one went right through the wickets. Grassi just couldn't come down with it. Turnover, Tolland. It's kind of funny. I feel like I'm at Plainfield or something because Leah Danis, Matt Danis's daughter, I do believe, and Matt Danis was a star at Plainfield High.
Yes.
We're just talking about Beauchesne at Plainfield High. Now we got Danis at Plainfield High as well.
Well, I think both these people look way better in blue and gold than they would in
black and
orange.
Staba with the basketball. I knew you were going to say that. Leach, you are just a fashionista.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
The ball is jumped up there and good for Domback from outside. Just a two-pointer. 45-22 in favor of the Centaurs. Monahan, and we're going to get a timeout by Will Fleeton. We'll take a timeout as well with the Centaurs up 45-22 here in the fourth.
Creating art is a different skill set as opposed to the world of academia. It serves as a kind of playground for creativity that not only provides diversity in my life, but is also something I can then use to progress my other studies. Although one of my greatest joys is acquiring knowledge through my studies, it becomes easier to feel like a machine. Art, creating, brings back the humanity in society. It is a kind of communication that is internationally understood. My name is Maya Fraga. I'm a senior from Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/future-centaurs.
Back with you at the Alumni Fieldhouse. 23-point lead for the Centaurs. You know what we're just a week away from already?
Christmas vacation.
Holiday break, yeah. Holiday break. Hard to believe, but true, isn't it?
Yes, because I have some work that I need to do between now and then.
Hey, where are you? You're broadcasting basketball
That's right.
games.
Tonight, tomorrow night.
Yeah, and we may be doing, we'll see about Saturday. It's possible. We're not going to guarantee it. But we're looking to try to do something with hockey as soon as possible. But it does take a lot of work. So we have to figure that one out. If we could do it like that, we'd do it. But it doesn't
With
quite
the
work
work
that way.
that all of our athletic programs do, it would be nice to cover them all. But how do we cover gymnastics? How do we cover indoor track?
I have ideas, but you know me, it's just a matter of bodies sometimes.
Right.
You got to have more help sometimes just to move things around a little bit. Beauchene gets it over to Saucier. Saucier over on the right side, back over to Beauchene. Beauchene dribbling around in the logo. Beauchene bounce pass. Gets it over to Saucier. Saucier dribbling around out there now as well. Bounce pass inside. Monahan backing her way in. Puts it up with the left.
That's what I like, with the left.
Some balanced scoring here today for the Centaurs as well.
Well, when you said Monahan had 2 in the season opener against Coventry,
missed by Dombak, rebound.
She should never have only 2.
Sarkis
double
traveled,
dribble.
either way, traveled, double dribble, whatever you prefer. Turnover by Woodstock Academy. Down the floor comes Martins, the freshman for Tolland. Left the ball behind, gets it back, gives it up. As Staba gives it back to Martins. Martins runs it in, puts it up and good. 47-24 in favor of the Centaurs. Saucier with the basketball. Yeah, she even uses that forearm shiver. I wonder if Sean Saucier taught her that. You never know. He was an offensive lineman, you know. Might work. Bounce pass underneath, went out of bounds. Last touched by Tolland. Stay with the Centaurs. Checking back in, Mackenzie Wood for Tolland. Keith Anderson, their head coach. Making the move.
Oh, look at that seal.
Monahan from Saucier.
And with the left finishes.
It's kind of nice.
Yep.
You know, not only that, being rewarded by your point guard for working hard underneath. This is Martins again. Lost the basketball. It's picked up by Staba. Staba just tosses it up there. No good. Rebound comes down to Danis. That ball right in front of us. Sophia Sarkis knocked off her feet, but able to get it back to Saucier. Beauchene looked like he was going to spot up a 3, and then she says, Monahan's posting up. I'm just going to give it to her.
And Monahan finishes with the right on that one. So you have a sophomore center that can finish with both hands. Yeah. Life is good.
Life is really good.
Yeah.
Martins' ball is knocked away from Wood. She retrieves, but she stepped out of bounds.
Yes, she did.
So it'll be back over to the Centaurs. Coming in a couple of Lennon Favreau, and also in is Kerry Blaze. First time we've seen Kerry today. Coming out will be Kaylee Saucier and Eva Monahan. Leave them a little rest, maybe the rest of the game rest. With only 2.5 to play.
Well, you know,
27-point lead.
Right. During the course of the season, you're going to have injuries. You're going to have people that get ill. You need to be able to change the lineup and see who works best with whom.
Turnover by Woodstock. We got to start thinking about a star of the game.
All of them?
Yeah, well, that's the problem. There are a lot of them.
Monahan and Sarkis.
I like Sarkis.
I like Saucier as well.
I like you can make cases for many.
Right.
Foul called on Blaze. But Sophia Sarkis, I think, kind of set the tone in some cases. Monahan in the second half, no question. But I think Sarkis in the first half kind of said, what do you think?
Well, Kaylee Saucier led the team with 8 in the first half. She's got 5, so she's got 13 on the game. But she really didn't have to look for her offense.
Nope, she didn't. She gave it to everybody else.
1 for 2 for 11.
Yep.
That would be Grassi.
Correct. 51-25 in favor of the Centaurs. Beauchene tried to get it up ahead, knocked out of bounds. It will go back to the Tolland Eagles with 2 minutes to play. That's a tough call no matter who you say. You could win. It could be anybody. You're right.
Sarkis has 8 on the game. No, she has 12 on the game. Monahan,
must be
2,
close.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 17. Monahan's got 17.
Monahan was 17. That's a big improvement from that first game, for sure. So your call. I'm going to leave this in your hands, Mr. Smith, which basically means
Monahan.
Okay, Eva Monahan. Works for me. I was washing my hands, in other words. I was going to let you figure that one out. That ball is turned back over, however, by Woodstock Academy. Staba tried to dribble into a crowd. Has to give it up to Martins. Her jumper. No. Oh, yes, it is good. That's one of those that took a bounce the other way. When you're thinking it was going to bounce out, it bounced in. As we play this one out, Beauchene has the basketball. Over to Blaze. Puts it up. No good. Rebound, Anderson. Ball is back out in front of us. Picked up there by Martins. And a foul will be called.
Probably on Favreau.
Correct.
Her first. Team's 5th.
Not really mattered at this point. With 1:13 to play. That's Wood who traveled. Yep. Oh, and timeout's going to be called by Will Fleeton.
30 seconds.
Yeah, we'll keep it here for this one. So just like to remind you that we're going to be right back here again tomorrow morning, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. Whatever time it is, we'll be here.
7 o'clock tomorrow evening. We'll broadcast at about 6:30 or 6:15 or 6:45. See, you got me doing it.
Oh, my gosh. Can you tell we're tired at this point
in time?
Bit. I think so. By the way, just got an update from Woodstock Academy. Jan Ice Rink, a goal by Max Karate, assisted by Don Sousa and Max Larkin, is 3-0 Centaurs, and they're in the third period.
The way it should be.
So it's always good to get another update that's positive.
Well, speaking of tired, Carrie Blaze, who just came in the game, Carrie Blaze was waiting at the door when I got into school at 6:35.
What?
Yep. And it was cold outside, and students aren't supposed to come in until 7, but it was cold.
You might have let someone in.
Yeah, maybe I did.
Okay. That does
maybe
happen.
I did. Mr. Rich, you can dock my pay for that one.
But I did it.
Yeah.
Here's Beauchene with the basketball. Beauchene will give it up to Leah Danis. Danis dribbling around over to Sydney Anderson. Anderson back out to Beauchene. Trying to run out the clock a little bit here if they can. Favreau had it knocked away. Beauchene gets it back, but they are going to say it's a backcourt violation. So it'll be back over to the Eagles.
And that call could have gone either way. It was tipped, but yeah,
was it controlled?
Right,
is the question. Before it was handled again by Favreau, and the answer, at least in the officials' minds, no. Bounce pass inside, back out to Wood against Favreau, back on top. Jumper is up and no good by number 13, Cademan. Rebound to Blaze, gets it over to Beauchene.
And credit to these Tolland Eagles and Coach Anderson. They don't quit.
They don't. And that ball, Beauchene is going to get fouled on the play. Ball will be underneath. It will not be a shooting foul. 35, Martins picked up the foul.
Her first.
Her first for 35. And a bounce pass to Blaze, and she manages to retrieve it. Blaze to Beauchene. Final 10 seconds.
No need to do anything with this except dribble it out.
Yep. Just kind of dribble around out there, pass it up. Blaze going to take the shot and misses it. But the Centaurs, it does not matter because it's a 51-27 final in favor of Woodstock Academy. Can I have you go from Will Fleeton? We need.
I have to do all of this.
You have to do all of that, and you got to get Will Fleeton and Eva Monahan. I'm putting the pressure on you here. Eva Monahan, our star of the game, 17 points today for the Centaurs. We'll be back with more from the Alumni Fieldhouse in just a moment.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18 cubic foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18 cubic foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at BusquetsAppliance.com. Pay more, what for?
And we're wasting no time. Right to our star of the game. Our star of the game today is Eva Monahan. After a 17-point effort for Woodstock Academy, we're going to double this up, even give you a video. What do you think? Okay. We're going to hold this here. Whoops. No, we'll do it here. Here we go. 1 second. 1 second here. There we go. I think it's running. It's running, and now we're running this as well. Eva Monahan, 51-27 win over Tolland today. Just talk about the win. How nice was it?
It feels really good. At the beginning of the season, we wanted a win. We didn't get one on the road, but the one at home really was a great effort. Our team's looking super athletic this year. We really ran the floor. We had fun out there. That's what it came down to.
Talk about the assists that you guys have, because you were dishing them and you were getting them too.
The chemistry is just really good between the team, and when we get those options, we can see, and we're all getting better at looking around that whole court and finding those open looks, and we're all really good with sharing the ball, so it really isn't hard when you just have that team chemistry.
Did Coach say in the second half that you should be looking inside a little bit more?
It wasn't even necessarily Coach, but our team, just knows, if you can't get something on the perimeter, you always have those backups in the paint, and then you can kick it out if they move. It's just, we have a really good way of playing the court. That's all it comes down to, I guess.
Talk a little bit about the guards today, because the guards really, obviously a couple freshmen and a sophomore. Is it nice to see those youngsters being able to get the ball inside?
Oh, definitely. It gives our team so much potential. There's no worry about the upcoming years. We love our seniors, we love our juniors, but it is just so nice to have those freshmen come in and show so much talent and potential for this team.
It was your home opener.
It was
How nice is it to get a W in the home opener?
It was truly a special thing.
No question about that.
No.
Eva, congratulations.
Thank
Great
you.
effort. We're going to have you turn the headset over to Coach, who's coming right over. Will Fleeton joining us as well. We're going to have you put the headset right on there, Will. It'll be a lot easier to hear me and for us to hear you. I'll tell you, Will, Greg Smith and I were having a hard time picking a star of the game today.
Well, those are good nights, I guess. Then, as far as I'm concerned, if you're having a hard time separating by scoring, then we must be doing okay.
Sophia Sarkis had a great game, dribbling and driving. Eva Monahan, great job in the low post. Kaylee Saucier, brilliant sometimes in her passing game. You gotta like what you're seeing out there.
Pretty good. I'm looking at the stat sheet right now. It's big numbers in the quarters. That's pretty good. Almost double digit every quarter. Looks like everybody shared the load a little bit. That's what a team effort is all about.
How about your assists and the ability, the team looking for one another? Both, from Eva tossing it in to Eva getting it inside. The assists and the combinations look like they're pretty effective right now.
I think some of that is obviously it's basketball and it's good basketball play, but I think for this group, I think they're their love for each other makes it a little bit easier to find the open man, just like you would want from any team. So it's almost like sometimes by default they want to see their buddy do well. So you may see the negative of forcing a pass and not taking a shot over someone being selfish. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
You don't mind that in this case. That's
Absolutely.
for sure. I guess just as far as it was your home opener, you did have the opening season loss. But has this team, are you liking what you're seeing in these first two games?
I like it for game 2, but obviously there's a lot more work to do. We got to get back to the lab, clean some things up, and get ready for the next one. It's still our third weekend, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot still to get in. There's still a lot to work on. There's still some experience for my group that they have to gain within time. So it's nice to get a W while you do that at the same time.
Was there any talk at halftime about looking inside a little bit more? Because in the first half, you guys were kind of doing it a little bit more from the perimeter, and then you started doing it from inside the paint.
Well, I think we were getting it in the first half. We just weren't getting dividends from it. So I think the game plan was the same, but we were able to make some shots in the second half inside, which opened up things on the outside and let us be able to do what we wanted to do. I think the effort was to get it in early. We just wasn't capitalizing.
Confidence came along, huh?
Yeah, later on, I think that little halftime break and some extra love might have helped us out.
Might have helped just a wee bit, as the saying goes. Will, congratulations. Great effort out there.
Thank you.
Will Fleeton, the head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. We're going to have Greg Smith in our final stats, right, Mr. Smith? We're going to have Mr. Smith do his normal job here, which is his final stats. So go ahead, it's all yours.
For the Tolland Eagles and Coach Keith Anderson, Annalise Martins had 4. Katie Grassi had 1. Kira Hill had 2. They were led by Taylor Stabas, 10. Madison Dumbeck had 4. Mackenzie Wood had 3. And Sophia Leach had 3 for 27 points for the Eagles. For Woodstock Academy and Coach Will Fleeton, Isabel Diavia Beauchesne had 6. Regan Reynolds with 2. Kaylee Saucier with 13. Sophia Sarkis with 12. Sydney Anderson with 1. And Eva Monahan with 17. 51 points for the Centaurs and Coach Will Fleeton.
And there we go. That'll do it for today, but not for the week.
No,
we are back
we'll be back
here
tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow night. We'll be right back here at the Alumni Fieldhouse. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs boys taking on the Fitch Falcons. Be on about the same time, right around 6:45, and we'll see you then. For Greg Smith, I'm Mark Allard. Final score from the Alumni Fieldhouse: Woodstock Academy 51, Tolland 27. Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday. See you tomorrow.
You have been listening to Woodstock Academy Live. This copyrighted webcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without authorized written consent of the Woodstock Academy. The Woodstock Academy would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you've enjoyed today's broadcast. Today's game has been brought to you by Girardi Insurance Services, The O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, and Busquets Appliances in Danielson and Willimantic, with production support provided by Oconchabar Productions, LLC. Remember, today's broadcast is available to be seen on woodstockacademy.org/athletics/live. This has been a production of the Woodstock Academy.